Shoot, doggone it. Well, Lark, sorry, I thought I unmuted myself. All right, let's start over. Welcome, everyone. So sorry about that. I was on mute. I thought I was automatically muted when the intro went on, and I guess I'm not, so my mistake. So let's start over. Welcome, everybody. I missed you all last week. I just want to remind those of you who are not normally on my lives or haven't known me for a while, I do a lot of animal rescue and I get migraines. So one of the reasons here on Veronica's page, I like to do twice a week, which I'll get back to again soon, is because sometimes I miss one or two sessions a month. And it's because I either get an emergency call from the animal rescue that I do, or because I have a migraine, which, by the way, I've gotten down from 7 to 10 days to just 2 days a month, which is amazing, or 2 days, whatever, whenever I get it. I get tension migraines, allergy migraines, you name it, I got a migraine. But just so you know, if I miss you, that's probably why. We're going into Halloween season here. So I have my orange on, and I want to take a few minutes, as usual, to set the ambiance for this session. Whenever you guys go to online readings or you get a personal readings, hi, I'll say hi to you all personally in a minute. That's better. Yes. I like to really set the mood and set the ambiance, because your spirit team, guidance from spirit is boom, it's there. It knows who's going to be here. It knows what you need. However, we are temporarily in physical form. So we really need that physical sensory connection. So when you guys come in from work or handling the kids or whatever stresses you have during the day, and you sit down with me here and with spirit, I want to show you how to get the most out of that. And the way to get the most out of that with any reader, any session, or any meditation is to slow your brain waves, slow your breathing, right? Get yourself, leave everything at the door so you're as present as possible. And if you come in with racing thoughts and hoping you're going to get the reading that day and, oh, I need this answer, guess what? That means you're in a place of need. You're in a place of lack. And spirit and your soul is never in a place of lack. So if you want to align yourself up to receive, even if I don't call on you today, even if spirit says, wow, these other people need this more than you need that, because they can deliver your message through another reader, you still have to be receptive. So try not to be one of those people that says, oh, she didn't call on me. She hasn't called on me yet. I'm leaving. Because you never know. You have to be open to receive, right? Abraham Hicks teaches that. So I always stall a few minutes to get those of you that are kind of settled down and calm. All right. I know my energy doesn't help that because I'm speaking fast, but it's because spirit gives me instructions when I come on here, and I only have an hour to fulfill what they want me to. So we're going to start with lighting our candle and our incense. I invite all of you to light your candles, light your incense. Maybe you want or need crystals, whatever it is you need. Maybe you have, I always have at least 2 drinks. This is my tea. I've got my Dr. Pepper. Because these are all sensory things that shift you out of the craziness of your day, the racing of your thinking, and they force you to focus in a sensory human way on the spiritual and conscious aspects that we're getting to. Okay, so today I have black cherry. I always share this with you guys. This is my favorite incense. There's a lot of better incense out there, I'm sure, but the Ganeshi sticks are inexpensive. They don't have a lot of chemicals in it, so they're natural. You can get them anywhere in the world. There we go. So we've got our incense and our candles. And so this really sets us up in the mood, okay? So make sure you do that for yourself. Let's see where everybody's from, and then we'll get going. All right. Hello, Canada. Awesome. All right. Okay, I see people are already asking for readings. So again, guys, I am here to do readings. You can do, mediumship, psychic readings, animal readings, spiritual questions about your spirit guides, etc. But please make sure you pop on and you say hi first and share where you're from. please make sure that you follow these instructions and guidance that I just gave you. I know this looks crooked and it's not, so I'm not sure why that seems crooked. Because the whole point is to get you to slow down and not race in. I know there's a lot of readers online that that's what they do. They just, people pack on and they ask their readings. And it sort of feels like a competition to me. It feels like a cattle call. I don't want that to be the ambiance and the feeling when I'm doing readings. In the space that I'm holding for all of you, spirit comes first, your ego and my ego comes second. Okay, I serve the spirit first. So that means I'm going to go where spirit asks me today. And it also means that again, if you don't get a reading today, listen, because probably there's going to be messages that come through for you anyway. And, Veronica has the best readers on here I've ever seen and trust. So, there's readers every day throughout the week. So just trust in the universe. Okay. Which leads me, before we get into readings, Spirit asked me to please always offer a bit of wisdom that they know that people that are listening to any particular live that I'm doing at that time need. So they know who's on here, they know what you need, and they'll ask me to share a message from the lessons part before we get going. Okay. South Africa. Awesome. That's great. Okay. So guys, let go of the idea of asking for a reading for just a minute so that you can hear the message from spirit. Okay. Because they cater this to you each day. There's two things going on here. Number one, last night I came across an interview on YouTube, and they were interviewing a psychic medium and a spiritual teacher. And Spirit popped in and said, hey, this is something you need to bring to people's attention tomorrow when you do your readings. And that is, it sort of irks me as the human with an ego that I have. It irks me. And it's the reason I'm actually online doing readings. And that is that there is so much misinformation out there. And this is why I love Veronica and the readers that she handpicks to be on here, because there is, I believe, just my opinion, more misinformation spiritually and metaphysically that is given out than accurate information. And so Spirit wants me to remind you to do two things. Number one, be your gatekeeper. This is what I teach my mindset clients. You have to be your gatekeeper. Don't just be open to anything you hear. If you're scrolling and you're listening to a spiritual teacher or reader, don't just be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to accept that. Go into your intuition. Okay, this is why I started the Awakening Your Intuition client program for my clients. You have to be able to tell the difference. What is your ego getting attached to and wanting to believe that you've heard that's being shared all over and over and repeated? And what is really a conscious truth? And you guys can all feel that. You have a moral compass. Hi, Karen. You have a moral compass in here. Okay, you can feel all that. So do that, number one, okay? And then go back and really check does that feel right? Is that coming from ego or is it coming from spirit? One of the things I heard shared last night was, earthbound souls versus other souls and how they were created. Guys, your soul is God. It's part of God. Yes, there are old souls. Yes, but that just means wisdom. All souls are the same age. Okay, so when I get on and I hear things like, oh, this soul's only that age and they're tied to that planet. No, they're not. We're all multidimensional. Okay. And we're all eternal. So, Spirit just says, please remind you guys, please trust your intuition. Not this. Trust your intuition. Does that feel right or not? Because your soul knows. Okay. All right. Hi, Linda. All right, guys, let's see here. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're back to where I can't hear. Let's see here. So let's get down to where we can hear again. Guys, don't forget, if you like these, make sure you like these lives so that more people can find Veronica's page. And if you're on my page, my psychic medium page, or that down here, then you can like it there too, wherever you're listening. Okay, USA, woohoo! Oh, I love the little kitty Tracy hand. Thank you. Scotland, Christine, yay! Thank you guys for sharing. I love this. Sarasota, Florida. All right. Oh my gosh, April, welcome, welcome. All right. Well, April, let's see. You interesting. Um you have a lot of animal messengers around you right now. Are you still there, April? Let me know if you're still there. Star this, but I'm going to put you up here too. Let me know if you're up here, if you're still there. Scroll down here. Sorry, guys. It takes me a while to scroll up and down. I'm not great at this. Thank you, Tracy. I'm glad you appreciate the guidance. England. Oh, I miss living over there. Okay. So, April, are you still here? Let me know if you're still here. Louisiana, Natasha. Awesome. Because I'm getting some animal, real strong, and this is down to earth energy really for you. I mean, it's spirit energy, it's conscious energy, April, but you are, yes, April. Awesome. Some really strong spirit animals for you right now, not just your lifelong animal totems, but hi, Charlene, but also just, animal guidance. You have looks like a great horned owl. And that's very important. That is one that actually you have as a lifelong, power animal. And that presents, hi, Jade. That presents, wisdom, quiet wisdom, the ability to observe, the ability to see far, the ability to conceptualize. Because if you think about it, guys, when you get these animal messages, you're welcome, Susan. If when you get animal messages, you also want to look at the quality and the nature of the animal. Okay, so owls they're silent. They have silent flight feathers, so they're quiet. They're usually sitting up in the dark and they see you before you see them always. Hi, Melissa. They always see you first. They are, they have the ability to turn their head. Like, I think it's like 100, it's not 180 degrees. It's like 120 degrees around. That's how their vertebrae is set. So they can see a wide span around them. Plus they're usually high, right? So they have a broader perspective. So, this is important for you, April, because what this tells me is this animal has it brings into your life this incredible perceptive and conceptual ability to bring in the whole picture, to see the whole picture of what's going on. And as I say this, sorry, I'm speaking fast, but Spirit says get through as many people as possible. And there's always a lot of info coming in, so I have to sand and sift what I'm sharing. But it says that, your spirit guides are popping in. They're literally leaning their head in. And they're like, hey, so we're pointing out this animal because you're not using your full conceptual capacity. Okay. Right now, April. And they said, well, it's always continued to develop, but you've never fully accessed it and used it. And they're like, now is a really good time to be doing that now, because, they said it's going to help you with situations. It's going to help you with, they're saying comfort, but I really think they mean abundance quality in your life, and also relationships and interactions with people. They say that, this conceptual ability is going to allow you to detach. This doesn't mean being cold and not caring. It just simply means finding inner peace and being the observer. Okay. Not so much being down in the thick of it, but actually just being a little detached. Everything that's going on is here and you're observing here, being that silent observer, because they say if you do that, you're going to get much more clarity. You're going to be able to hear them better, and you're just going to have more inner peace, because things that maybe you're indecisive about or you try to figure out are going to be quick and easy. What they're telling me, April, is that you have a lot of untapped energy that's actually being wasted on just your dealings with life and dealings with other people. Now, mind you, nothing's ever wasted, okay? But they're using that as a description to tell you have a lot of energy and resource that you could be using better if you use this conceptual ability, okay? The other one, another animal I get that's coming in really strong, that seems to be just a power animal right now, an animal messenger, is the raccoon. Interesting, we're getting these nighttime animals, okay? A lot of that means I see you actually have a lot of energy that flows through you at night. You're able to tone down and you're able to, things are more quiet and you get information. So whether that's sleeping or whether it's you processing from the day and making your decisions, Nighttime is very powerful for you right now. And what your spirit guides would like you to do is start writing your questions and your intentions and either putting them in a notepad next to your bed, April, or putting them under your pillow. But either way, take that time each night to ask your questions and set those intentions. What they're telling me is that when you're sleeping and you go into the astral plane, you're going to get answers. So if you wake up and you feel like you don't get answers, okay, know that you are getting answers. Know that they came in. And this is for all of you guys. Remember, I said make sure you're listening because these messages Spirit incorporates so you can all get something out of them. What you need to understand, April, is that when you get these answers, you may not wake up and be like, oh, wow, I had a dream with granddad and he told me this, or my angel was there in astral plane. It may not be like that. It's usually not. It's usually you wake up and you have a different feeling or a different thought, or you're, you know, something, or you're acting differently. And sometimes it might take a few days or a couple weeks to really come out. Sometimes it might come out when triggered. Okay. So April, let me know if that helps. This is really important. I would get Animal Speak and Animal Wise, at least look them up online, the books. You can get more in detail, although they gave me detail, but about the great horned owl and the raccoon for you. Okay. And let me know how it goes, April. Thank you for letting me read for you. Let's see here. Guys, I see your messages. I'm just going where Spirit shows me, and I'm scrolling up a little bit first. Let's see. Hi, Michelle. Hold on. I just have to scroll up here. Spirit's asking me to scroll back up here so I don't, let's see here. Okay. Looks like we have a troll. We don't need to be advertising on Veronica's page. Okay. That's okay. All righty. Let's see here. Alberta, Canada. Yay. I am having an awesome day, Michelle. Thank you. Let's see. You're popping in and out, Natasha. Thank you for being here. Yes. Let's see. Maria, are you still there? Let's see if you're still there. I'm starring a couple of you guys. Maria Amethyst, are you still there? Let's see here. I'm just scrolling down, see if Maria's there. Maria, are you there? Let me know if you're there. If not, and you pop back in later, let me know. I used to just do readings when I called on people, but because people pop on and off, I don't want to do the reading unless they're there. So if Maria's not here, I will move on. Back up here. Then we'll come back to her if she comes back. Thank you, Tracy. I'm glad you appreciate that. All right. I am going to go up to, let's see here. Michelle, let's see. Let me know if you're still there. Michelle, if you're able, I would really appreciate anything, please. I'm open to a reading and a message from the spirit world. Awesome. All right. Well, first of all, guys, I want to let you guys know that my awakening, well, not your awakening, your intuition, my Meet Your Spirit Guides event, I'm going to be having again in November. I haven't posted that yet. I've been so tired. I'm going to post that for you guys, but I only take 20 people at a time and it's absolutely free. So if I were you, Michelle, I would, good, you're there. Yes. I would get on my Larkin Psychic Medium, a spiritual interpreter page. It's posted down here if you guys want to like and follow that, if you like my readings. But I have a pin to the top. I'm wearing a blue and pink plaid shirt, and I have a great Q&A that I did 2 years ago in December for spirit guides, and it answers all your basic questions about spirit guides. There are also links and information about the Meet Your Spirit Guides. Thank you, Michelle. And I would, if any of you guys are interested in learning about your spirit guides, validating that they're there, wanting to start your own process so you can work with them personally, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you do this event. It was recommended by my spirit guides that I started it. And again, it's to answer real and valid questions that are going on, not things that humans have made up from their mind. So if you guys are interested in that, Michelle, I would highly recommend this for you because your spirit guides really want to connect with you. As a matter of fact, the reason that you're even asking this question and what caught my attention that spirit responded to was, your energy mixed with, the spirit world. Because yes, your spirit guides had you put that in there because they're in the spirit world. Okay. But their vibration is also much lower than that of angels so that they can go between the ethereal and where you are. All right. They have been trying to get through to you. And they're telling me that you do recognize that they're there. You do, even like subconsciously, they tell me that you respond to them all the time. You'll be like, I don't know. I'm just doing that. This is the thing this is the one I need to pick, or I just need to go this way today. So they're telling me that that's exactly what it is you do. So they know they have a connection with you. What they would like to invite you to do, and this isn't a thing to get you into my Meet Your Spirit Guide. You certainly don't have to do it. It's just since my spirit guides recommended that, and spirit guides from all over, I'm recommending it because your spirit guides are wanting you to be more conscious of it. They're telling me you'd like to be, you have easy capacity to be. They have been with you and grew up with you since you were little. They were able to maintain their connection and communication with you better than they are with most people. But they would like you to be able to take it to the next level, which, like for me, for example, hi, Don. Hi, CJ. For me, for example, I interact with my spirit guides during the day the same way I interact with my family and my husband and my animals. Okay. They're just always there. They're in and out. They come in and out. We have normal, casual discussions. And I've done this my whole life. So, I would like other people to be able to do that. It doesn't make it weird and ooga booga in my life. It's not like I'm walking around talking to the air while I'm at the store. It's just that being conscious of the messages they're giving me and why and what, and being able to have these conversations builds a lot of trust and confidence on my end, right? So, if I'm having an issue with the outside world and the outside people, my spirit guides are right there on the other side talking to me, and usually that's, they'll often show up then. When I was a kid, that's where they'd show up. And they do that for you too, Michelle. They just want you to be able to be more conscious of it. And to be able to sense it in more of a human way. So let's see. They're also okay. So they're showing me. Hi, Lorraine. They're showing me. They're showing me bushes. They're like green bushes, and they're kind of shaped in like a round bowl type shape at the top. That's how they're trimmed. I'm not sure. I'm asking them in a side conversation what this has to do with their connecting with you, if it's just symbolism or not. And they're also showing me, I don't know, do you journal, Michelle? They want you to journal. They want you to write to them, but they're also showing me like, they're showing me books and journals and papers and pens. They're showing me outdoor landscapes that are kind of beautiful and natural. And they're showing me you doing like introspective work, contemplation, research, trying to figure things out, writing things down, logging things. And they're telling me this is very, very important. And this is going to be important for you moving forward. And I'm asking, okay, so what is this in reference to? And they really want you to connect, because the writing and the reading process there, processing your emotions and your intuitions, is very important for integrating your mental, emotional, and spiritual being. Okay. And they say, this is the time for you to do that, especially in the next 6 months. They say you're about to integrate and kind of go up to like the next tier of your consciousness, of your conscious awakening. Okay. So number one, I would get on my, my page, and you've had premonitions. Okay. While you sleep. Well, I would get on, and I don't have it posted yet, but I'll post it tonight or tomorrow for the Meet Your Spirit Guides event. Like I said, I only take 20 people and it's free. I would definitely do that. But until then, what they are showing me is they're showing me you matching logging, like journaling, with reading and studying and contemplating and really trying to integrate the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects. So you're probably, what they're showing me then is you taking those premonitions and putting them into a cognitive way so you can process the emotions, but you have a cognitive understanding of what's happening. Okay, that's what they're showing me. And they can help you with that, but they say it's going to be a lot easier for you if they can help you with that, with you being conscious that they're helping you. Okay, because that's kind of the new level here of spiritual awakening that we're moving into, so many of us here in this world. Okay, so Michelle, do me a favor. There will be a link as soon as I post it, so just check back tomorrow, and I will have posted a link for the event. Okay, Michelle, awesome. It'll be on my Larkin Psychic Medium page. It's going past right now. Let me know how that goes. Keep me posted, Michelle. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Isn't that awesome? I know, Michelle, it's very awesome. Let's see. Hi, Don. Okay, hold on here. I need to move back up here. Spirit had me star a couple of these. Lorraine, are you still there? Let me know if you are there, Lorraine. Please. Let's see. You're welcome, Michelle. Lorraine, is Lorraine Chambers there? Let me know. I see you, Trish. All right. I got to go a little quicker here, guys. Sorry. I get so thorough when I open a channel with someone, it just goes on. And Spirit is trying to train me to be shorter and more concise when I do these online readings so that I can fit more people in. You're there, Lorraine. Awesome. All right. Let's see how you're doing. I absolutely love your profile picture, Lorraine. I think that's beautiful. Wow. So wonderful. So you also have, let's see who's there for you here. You have a big, you have a strong family energy circle around you in Spirit, Lorraine. And I'm not sure if this is for you or someone else either. Sometimes they piggyback, guys. You also have several animals around you. So I'm asking who they're related to and what needs to come in most importantly, because some of these critters look like they're more attached to your energy, and it looks like you also have an energy that is holding space for little cats and dogs that have crossed over for other people. They're coming like in a group. They're coming collectively. There's several kitties. There's a couple tiny ones, and there's a large cat, large male cat. There's a little kind of shaggy-haired dog that's there. There's more of a medium dog with a smooth coat that's present. There's like this whole little collection of animals that are coming forward collectively. And this is interesting. So, Lorraine, I don't know, what I'm also getting right now is, and they're laughing about this. So you may, guys, I can say stuff and you can not understand it or disagree with it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to speak for Spirit anyway. They're always right. And, we will, either get validation now or sometimes things come back to reveal later. But they're showing me, Lorraine, that you actually have hi, Maria. They actually show that you have a messenger energy about you, a strong messenger energy, Lorraine, about you right now. And that there are people in your life that maybe don't have the same knowing, trust, faith, or connection that you do to the other side. And they need reassurance. So there's, first of all, this collective energy that just has moved in. And they're all asking me to ask you, please tell our loved ones, be the messenger, Lorraine. Tell our loved ones that not only are we okay, but we're still here. Now, I know this can be very uncomfortable, but this is the message that this group of animals and this circle of human soul energy that is kind of behind you in a half circle right now that has moved forward. And they're staying in a very collective stance because they say that you will know you're going to be crossing paths with people. and you're going to be running back into people, and they're either going to bring up how much they miss their loved one, or you're going to find a comfortable, peaceful place inside where you message this. Okay. And this is very powerful, because I mean, I don't know you from Adam, and yet your spirit team does, and all these animals. And I have such chills right now, because they're using me to get through to you, to have you be the messenger. And it doesn't mean you have to be the reader. It doesn't mean you have to do a mediumship or any of that. They're giving me the package of the message for you to deliver. And so now, one of them, let's see, I think it's a lady that and I think it wasn't, I mean, it was recent, but not immediately recent. I think it was a little ways back, that lost her small dog. She needs to get another one. Okay. And here's why. You understand this? Okay, good. Here's why. Because the egoic mind says, oh, I feel guilty. If I get another animal, I'm replacing them. Just like if people lose a spouse, if I get remarried or a date, I feel guilty because I'm replacing them. That's the ego trying to keep you miserable. Okay. Spirit doesn't care. When we leave these bodies, we don't even recognize our bodies most of the time. We're like, oh, no, I have no interest in going back in there. Okay. Human or non-human animal. Okay. So please understand that, this woman, there is a dog soul waiting to come to her. And when we lose a non-human animal, a pet, what happens is they have created this bubble of love. They have created this space. And so when it is time for their soul, yes, they have souls to move on. What happens is there's this bubble of space now. And there's another soul, not always, but usually, there's a space for another precious animal soul to come in. And this one friend or acquaintance of yours, this woman, is feeling those guilty feelings. Okay. That needs to happen. I don't mean to make this about her and not you, but this is the message to say. And what I see is, for you personally, Lorraine, is that you are moving into a new era of things perhaps you never thought of doing, but you felt the draw or the pull to do in the moment. You felt the intuition to. Your spirit team is telling me you need to act on that. It is time for you to awaken your natural soul abilities. And again, you don't have to be a medium. Just be the bridge. Bring the comfort. Bring the peace. Here's what's going to happen. What it is you are wanting to create and develop, which they're showing me you're not even quite clear about right now. You're just wanting and needing change. You feel a craving for things that you want to manifest, but it's not all totally clear. What they're telling me is you step forward, and they're giving you literally, oh my God, this is so amazing. I love them so much. They're literally, all of them are participating to help you get where you're going to want to go. Okay. This is awakening a whole new level of you. So them just coming through today and saying, hey, we need your help. Please be our messenger. What's going to happen is they're showing me it's going to build confidence. It's going to build some clarity. And it's going to help awaken you to remember who you are more as a soul. And at that point, you're going to be like, oh, I want to do this. This is the change I need to make. Wow. And you're going to get really excited about that future. Okay. Does this make sense to you? Anyway, this is all coming from these, there's a lot of them. They know I have a short amount of time to read. So I didn't give you tons of details about each person and animal. However, their message is very clear, very detailed, and they're all there behind you and supporting you. Okay. This makes sense to you. I trust this. Excellent. Please let me know how it's going. And if you want to join my Meet Your Spirit Guides event, that's going to be in November, I'll post that tonight or tomorrow. You need to go to my Larkin Psychic Medium page that's down here. If you like and follow the page, that's where I'm going to post the event sign up. Okay. And then you can learn to recognize your spirit guides. It looks like moving forward, you're going to be working with them more consciously. Okay. All right, Katie. Hello. All right. You're welcome, Lorraine. Yes, you're so welcome. Thank you for letting me read for you. Mwah! All right, let's go up here, guys. Oh, good. I still have 23 minutes. Great messages and validations, Dawn. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying them. All right. Starring a couple more people. I'm still slower than I should be. I shouldn't judge myself, but I know Spirit's trying to get me to be more efficient. You're here, Maria. Okay, awesome. All right. Now let me go back up, Maria. I want to find the name that you used that you asked for energy purposes. Let's see. Maria, can you type the name of the person you wanted to ask if you were going to be with them again or not, please? Because I already got the answers, but hi Jody. I want to be able to reference their name. Let's see here. Maria, there we go. There it is. Okay, I'm wondering, will me and Philip be together again? We were together 9 years and we broke up. Okay, so yeah, I already got the answer when I called on you the first time. So I'm glad you're back. But I wanted to make sure I had his name right. And thank you guys for putting in the names. I do appreciate that. Like ever. Okay. So I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but I am going to try to make it smooth and as full as I can. The immediate answer that I got, and then your spirit team is going to share with me, and then we're going to take you in a different direction because that is the question that you want to ask now, but your point of evolution and where you're going to truly find joy, love, and fulfillment and peace is not in growing past asking, will we ever be together again? And move into asking, what is next? What is next? Okay. What they're showing me is, and I know people tend to get defensive about these things. Believe me, I know. I was madly in love with someone and a soulmate. We often have more than one for over 20 years. And it took me decades to shake that when that didn't work out. And so believe me, I understand. I used to cry every day. And now I'm so grateful that I have transformed out of that because I would not be the person that I am. I wouldn't be here with you right now. Okay. So I say that so you know I understand where you're coming from before we get going. Okay. The answer I got immediately was no. No. Okay. And what I'm seeing is that, first of all, you guys had a situation where you guys were the right relationship for the time you were together. As a matter of fact, I'm seeing for about 4 years of that relationship, you had actually outgrown it already and you were hanging on. So that relationship really only, in what spirit is showing me, what they're showing me psychically, what your spirit guides are explaining to me, what his spirit guides are explaining to me is that the true health and fulfillment of that relationship, really that the height of that energy was at the 5-year mark. Okay. And that after that, you might not have recognized the energy, but the energy started to divert. Okay. And as that energy started to divert, just like you chip away at a cement block, and you chip away at flint to make an arrowhead, your relationship began to chip away at itself and at both of you. Okay. So please understand that. I want to share this with you as well, because guys, when I'm sharing with you, I'm channeling, I'm reading, and I will tell you when I go back and forth, you can tell by how I'm talking, what I'm doing, and who I'm talking to. So you're going to get the wisdom, plus you're going to get what they're telling me, okay, and what they're showing me. So what I'm seeing is that the problem is that you haven't let go of that idea yet. During those first 5 years, you were really strong on building and envisioning this future and wanting to make this happen. And what they're actually showing me is that if you hadn't been holding on to it so tightly, that relationship would have actually fallen away after the first 3 years on its own. Okay, but you guys got into a habit. It doesn't mean you didn't love each other. It doesn't mean you didn't care about each other. But what they want you to understand is that not all relationships are meant to last a lifetime. Not all soul connections are meant to last a lifetime. Okay. So like you guys, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to go back and read your messages, but I want to share this with you first, okay? Not all messages are meant to last a lifetime. We are here just as much to learn and mirror each other, because everyone and everything in our world is a mirror and a reflection of our internal selves. So if you had allowed yourself to grow and make your quantum leaps after the second year you were together, you would have left. You would have ended the relationship, but you didn't, because your egoic mind, and that means then the emotions held on to him. And what happened is that all became stagnant, and the idea you were holding on to had died. That was no longer, you'd both grown and changed. You were growing and evolving in a different way. And the two of you no longer had the framework for what you envisioned. This is what they're showing me. Okay. This is not uncommon. This is not a criticism. Please do not feel bad about what I'm sharing with you. Everybody goes through this at some phase in their life with relationships. They're just telling me exactly and specifically what happened with you and what happened with that relationship. Okay. So now what they're showing me is moving on and moving forward. Hold on, just want to validate here what we're saying. See what you know what I'm saying. You said, yes, there was a lot of fighting between us. Yes, very much. The last 2 years, we kind of couldn't work it. That's right. If you're having to struggle that much, then it's not natural. You're out of alignment, right? You're suffering and crying a lot. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I'm right. We were a habit. You're a Scorpio. Yes, I can feel that. I have a Scorpio moon, so that pain runs deep. Yes, you hold on so strongly. Okay, so yeah, so I want to comment on this one, because guys, this is for everyone. So please understand that if you are if you're thinking, oh my God, when's she going to get to me? She's not reading me yet. She's not going to have time for me. Please understand that there are messages in here for you too. Okay. So does this relate to you? See if this relates to you. Okay. So here's the thing, Maria. What they're showing me now is they gave me that 2-year mark, that 3-year mark, that 5-year mark, where they said when you got to 5, it was just basically all over. Anyway, you guys were past that mark. You should have walked away at 2. I don't like the word should, but that's essentially what I'm summing up. Okay. So I want you to look at how many years then of your life you have spent hanging on to something that is not in alignment with you any longer. Okay. Your relationship, they want you to know, served its purpose. And it served its purpose, but then you guys didn't get the message. You didn't go your separate ways. You know why? Because it's hard. It's really, really hard. And after that first relationship I told you about, when I had all this energy come and tell me powerfully, repeatedly, you need to walk away from this man. This is going to end up being a nightmare for both of you if you don't walk away. Do you know what? I couldn't do it. It was so good at the time. I could not. I'm like, are you crazy? I said to my spirit team, are you freaking nuts? It ended up being hell, and it took us both over 10 years to recover. I spent 10 years alone after that. So here is a powerful message for all of you, and specifically for you, Maria. When we don't make the tough choices, and I teach my mindset clients this all the time, when we do not make the tough, painful, hard decisions, we will end up cornered, and life will force us into having to take those actions, even if it wasn't our powerful personal choice. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. This is for all of you. And this is the main lesson in this. Your lesson in this, Maria, and you need to realize it for yourself. So I hope you're really listening to this. I know you already know it in there, so I hope it goes in. So you walk out of here and you do something different. Okay. When we don't make the painful, tough choices that we intuitively know we have to make, life will force us. We will suffer and suffer and suffer worse and worse and worse and worse until life corners us. And we have to. Do you know why? It's not because God, source, spirit, or the universe wants to punish us. It's not because we did anything wrong. We're human. It's because we're vibration. It's because everything is vibration. That's all it is. Everything is energy. Everything is 99.999% space. You can look through me, I can look through you. Everything responds to vibrational frequency, and that's all. It's just that it becomes more complicated for our experience when we're here in human form. So when we don't make those tough choices on our own, life forces us. And here's why, guys. Here's the scientific part why. When you are suffering, okay, what is suffering? Eckhart Tolle says suffering is effort laced with emotion. Suffering is not bad. It's not a punishment. Suffering is there to tell us something, to teach us something, to show us something. When we're suffering, we're separated from our alignment. And so the crying is good because emotion is the mind and the body, as Dr. Joe Dispenza says. So you need to cry, you need to get it out, you need to journal, and you need to let go. Because here's the thing, Maria, the sooner you let go, and this could have happened 5 years ago, 6 years ago for you, 7 years ago for you, or it could happen in another 30 years. The timing is your choice. As soon as you can truly let go and back that up with action and choices and your habits of thoughts, feelings, and words and choices, the quicker you can do that, the quicker you make space for a person that is in alignment with you. Does this make sense? Guys, this is for all of you. One of the reasons I spend the amount of time I do on each reading is because of this. Okay. Okay. So you don't have kids. You want to have a family. That's great. See, that's a blessing that you don't have kids yet because you're still free to do this. Okay. Let's see. It has punched me so hard so many times. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the message from Spirit. It's okay. It's okay. That punching you is reminding you, hey, make the choice. And guys, here's the coolest part of this. This is what's so important. You know, I went through probably at least 20 years of suffering with that type of thing. And it wasn't until I stopped resisting it and I let go and I let it be. And I took radical responsibility for my own powerful choices. And I chose to start getting ahead of my choices instead of letting life squeeze me and push me. That my true power came out. I mean, it's like, I feel like I'm a totally different person now. And the same thing, the obstacles are opportunities, Maria. Obstacles are opportunities. You see, here's the thing. They're asking me to remind you, okay? You cannot be the right match for the right alignment of the person that you will enjoy the most, that will be the best partner for you lifelong. If you don't if you don't take this challenge and turn it into your opportunity to live up to the potential of who you are, because you are not yet the person that's the right match for the person you're really seeking. And this is the last thing I'm going to say. I know I went on with this, but this is important for everybody, guys. This is about manifesting. This is channeling coming from Spirit, okay? Remember, we don't manifest what we want. We manifest who and what we are. Hi, Holly. And if you, what you really want, let's say right now you think, I just want to be back with Philip. No, you don't. Your egoic mind and the 95% of your mind you're not aware of in your subconscious identifies Philip as being that symbol of what you want. Here's what you really want. You want joy. You want love. You want peace. You want fulfillment. You want abundance. That's what you want. And right now, your egoic mind is identifying that Philip is the answer to that. You know from past experience that he's not. You are the only answer to that. When you become that for yourself, guess what's going to happen? A partnership that will solidify and hold space for that with a person that can do that equally with you will come into your life effortlessly. And I just got a flood of chills. That is what will happen for you if you let this go. And right now, your job, your spirit team is telling me, let it go. It's easy to say that. It's harder to do. So you need to cry. You need to journal. You need to walk. You need to exercise. I'm not going to say meditate because everyone has a different idea of that. And I don't agree with most forms of meditation. But meditating, go out, be in nature. Don't talk. Be silent. Use the Om mantra, whatever you want to do. Okay. But you need to get that still. And it's going to be okay. Okay. But here's the thing to take away with today. You got validation from your spirit team through me for this today. And you're going to get off of this live already a different person because your focus is no longer going to be looking back and saying, and this is what Scorpios do, my Scorpio moon, you hang on to the past. No. You need to now move your direction from there to the present. And then hold your vision for the future and understand, re-identify everything you identify with Philip as being is really what you're conjuring up for yourself. Philip does not hold your peace, your love, your joy, your abundance, your romance, your family. That is not held in him. Your subconscious mind believes it is. So re-identify that, liberate that from the idea of Philip, and understand that as soon as you let that go, you've gone out of that comfort zone. Then you're holding space for your ideal relationship. Okay. But the goal can't be the relationship. The goal has to be, it's the way it makes you feel. That's what you're really after. Start creating that feeling as your current reality, just you with you alone. And this is how the law of attraction in the universe works. You cannot help but land your ideal relationship in your lap effortlessly. Okay. And don't get caught up in the time. Don't measure it. Don't wait for it. Just focus on exactly what spirit told me to have you do. Okay. Keep me posted. And again, if you want to follow my psychic medium page down there, when I have a Meet Your Spirit Guides event and you want guidance and help for that, you can feel free to join that and work more closely with your spirit guides on this. Okay. All right, Maria. Thank you for letting me read for you. All right, guys. Sorry I'm so slow. I don't mean to be, but I'm thorough. I get so much information down there and I need to really go faster for these things. But I'm going to be starting my own lives again. So I'll be doing readings several times a week. So if you guys follow my psychic medium page, you'll get to see me live doing readings more often. Okay. Jody Walker, are you still there? Let me know if you're there, Jody, please. All right. Thank you for the rainbows and hearts, Trisha. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Dawn. Okay. God bless you too. Hey, Holly. Okay. Don't worry about the age, Maria. Do not worry about the age. My friends and cousins had babies in their 50s. So just don't worry about the age. The universe is in charge of that, okay? Just don't worry about it. Guys, in general, rushing and feeling time pressure is the quickest way to ruin a manifestation. So just don't do it. Don't do it. Man, time is a man-made thing. Just don't do it, okay? All right. Let's see. Jody's there. Great. Hi, Jody. All right, let's see what's going on with you here. Oh, you have a big purple, beautiful angel going on around you. Oh my gosh. You have more angels, but you have a really strong, bright, and guys, it's, on the other side in the ethereal, I can tell you because I can see it with my third eye, and I remember with my intact cosmic memory, the colors on the other side are like nothing you've ever seen before. So Jody, this color that I see, hi, Vicky. Hi, June. This color that I see, this purple, Jody, is like nothing you've ever seen before. It's the most beautiful, phenomenal purple ever. And there's this huge angel with this beautiful purple robe and these wings. And it's like the color's alive. And it's just like doing this, like behind you and over you, sort of surround you, almost like it's like one of those like half egg seats, that you sit in, kind of sheltering you. And what I see is it's sheltering you from a lot of the aftermath of other people's energies and energies of your past that you are needing to let go of. Okay. And let's see here. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah, Jody's here. Good. Um, it's sheltering you from a lot of this. Now, we have our own inner strength in order to protect us from things, but this is, this guardian angel is really relevant because purple, first of all, is very it's a spiritual color. It's because of the different combinations of color is all about energy, guys. So it's about the different energies that it's bringing in. And so it's sheltering your hi Cindy Peace, welcome. It's sheltering your cosmic energy, it's sheltering your cosmic memory, it's sheltering your human consciousness. And what he's really trying to protect is this is your intuition. Your intuition is the voice of your soul. So, this angel is trying to surround and protect your conscious energy from being really smothered by all the egoic stuff that's going on. Um, I'm being shown that you're taking on mental and emotional responsibility for those you feel responsible for and care for that really isn't yours to take on. Natural worry and love and concern is definitely something that's important. But what they're showing me is that you really need to take care of yourself. And that's predominantly why this angel is surrounding you the way that he is. And he wants to create and hold space for you to have the opportunity to, you have some mission and purpose here that you're sort of it's not that you're off track of it, it's just that your energy is being sucked away by other people and circumstances, and he wants to help you protect that energy so you can get back to fulfilling your purpose. Okay, so here's what he wants you to do. Jody, you need to um, be putting more mental, emotional, and physical fuel into you. And when you start to feel drained or stretched out or spread too thin, he wants you to reel that in. And that's why he's guarding you and surrounding you, to protect you from that. Okay. To give you, hold space for that. He can't do it for you, but he's surrounding you to hold the space for you to do that. And that is your message today. That's your number one objective that your angels want you to do. And they're showing me about a 3-month period where you can sort of turn things around, and you're going to just kind of put your chest back, feel free, feel lighter. You're going to start feeling excited and motivated and reclaiming that energy, because the people you're holding space for, you can hold space for them, but the worry and the energy that they're taking from you, they have to be responsible for themselves. He's telling me you can't really do that for them. Okay. All right, Jody, I hope that helped. Thank you for letting me read for you. Guys, I'll be back next Wednesday at the same time. Follow my psychic medium page. I'm going to be doing animal readings again, regular readings again. I have the spirit guide event coming up, and I'll be back here with Veronica next Wednesday. Until then, enjoy the rest of her amazing readers. If I didn't get to you, don't worry. Do not worry. Spirit comes through for you at just the right time. Okay, so your reading will be on its way at just the right time. And go back and listen to this and make sure there weren't messages coming through other readings just for you. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Mwah. Bye, guys. Whoops. There we go.